so it pulls behind the tractor and it
What it allows
swivels.
it to do, it doesn't put as much restriction on the front of the tractor when you're going around your jumps. It allows you to go around the jumps much easier. Going around the jumps a lot.
Beautiful. So now this comes in a 6 and an 8 foot size, but you're willing to customize it to a larger size if needed, or pretty much?
So most of the sizes are 6 and 8 foot with the swivel units.
Okay. And now this particular client added a few other extra features. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about that special feature that was added, and then we'll go back to some of the regular things. What exactly is this rear blade that was made?
The back is called a packer blade, and it's hooked to a hydraulic cylinder so you can operate it from a tractor. And what you can do with that is you can go out and it allows you to compact your footing to whatever you desire to have it. And also you can put a lot of pressure on it that if you want to seal it off when you're not using your arena.
Is this similar to what would be called sealing when there's a rain coming? You'd be able to seal it and compress it down that way, or is it more just to make the footing a little firmer, like somebody using a vibratory
some riders
roller?
Want it more firmer so they can use it to make it more firmer, but then there's some that, if there's a lot of rain coming in the forecast, what they'll do is they'll go out and seal the footing.
Okay, I've heard of tracks doing that quite a bit. So tell us about the open roller design here, the purpose of the open roller in the back, especially when it's used with GGT footing. I know it helps keeps things mixed, but is there any other particular things we should know about that?
Not necessarily. I mean, we have like the open roller you see on these here. You got the bars going on an angle, and what it does, so it actually doesn't jump up and down when you're going out across. You always have some bars hitting the surface, but what it does when it leaves the surface, you got a little bit of a feathering of the material coming out the back, and it leaves a real nice finish on your footing.
Beautiful. Anything we should know about the hydraulic system is set there for the
rear packer.
Okay,
you would need to be able to have a tractor that's got hydraulic, at least one pack in the back, where you can hook 2 hoses to it.
So that's strictly for the hydraulic, for the packer. Then that doesn't come standard on the swivel.
No, it's an attachment that comes that you can get with your unit. It doesn't come with just a standard unit, so it's an attachment. So the standard unit doesn't require any hydraulics. It's strictly ground driven.
Okay. And what about the tines here? Any description on the tines you want to tell us? Yeah.
The 2 rows of tines, they kind of work like fingers. It helps mix your material.
Articulates the sand.
And that's adjusted with the top link to whatever depth you want it to work. No hydraulics to that.
And then the GGT footing groomer arena maintenance product has these ripper teeth here, and some people have requested modifications where they get 2 instead of 1, and there are variations. We also have a leveling bar on our straight unit without the swivel, which I can also show in another video. And the ripper teeth, how are they adjusted again, David?
There's a bar that goes the whole way through. You take the bar out, and then you got different hole settings in there as far as how deep you want to go with your ripper teeth. Okay,
and the coupler pin just easily comes out, and you make the change. Okay, very good. Now I noticed this unit has the tires in front of the ripper teeth. I've also heard of requests where they want the tires on the other side. Explain a little bit about this design here for me, please.
This design was basically set up so that way if we have the wheels in the front, when they set the unit on the ground, it allows whoever's operating the tractor, it allows them to have a stopping point so that when they set it down on the footing so that it doesn't get too deep to tear up your footing and destroy your footing.
Beautiful. Is there anything else you'd like to mention that I haven't covered?
Your 2 rows of spring tines in here, like fingers, they have their separate adjustments in here as far as your pitch on the spring tines. There's got 2 handles here, and you can get fairly aggressive. All depends what type of footing you have. You can get fairly aggressive with it.
Okay, it's always important to remember not to go into the base.
That's right.
All right, well this looks great. This customized package unit would run upwards of $8,500 normally, and that's quite a big savings from some of the other big named arena groomer products out there. This is a beautifully designed unit, and we're happy to have the opportunity to make this special video. Thank you, David, for your time, and we'll look forward to putting this up on YouTube.